right. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's double Ancient Shard Day. Well, actually, not Shard Day. A couple of days here. So I'm going to do a big shard pull, the biggest shard pull I've ever done on the channel. I've been saving these shards for like 2 months, maybe even 2.5 months. I'm not sure. And the cool thing is, it's actually Christmas Eve right now. And I got my weekly Ancient Shard and my monthly Sacred Shard tonight. So we'll collect those real quick. I did have to go in here and just get a lot more vault space and use a lot of gems to get those, which I didn't really want to do, but okay, it is what it is. But right now I've got 99 spots, and then I have a bunch of spots in the vault, 40 spots in the vault as well. So we're going to pull every single one of these shards, 135 Ancients, 2 Voids, and 3 Sacreds. And I realized because you get a Void Shard too, I actually am missing one one spot in the vault. No big deal, so whatever, we'll figure that part out anyway. Anyway, please like and subscribe, really appreciate it. What I want to do on this actually too, I want to set a goal right here. So Merry Christmas to everybody if you celebrate that, Happy Holidays. But we're like 375 or so subscribers. Let's get this thing all the way up to 500. That's what I'm saying. Pump it up, subscribe, pump up the channel. Thank you. Anyway, thank you. Let's get into it here. We're actually going to do, I'm going to rip the Sacreds first. I want and here's what I want. I want like a Valkyrie. I want a Bad L. I want a Vizier. I want all the top level stuff. So we'll just rip these Sacreds. I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off quickly, see what happens. Oh my gosh. This guy did get buffed though, didn't he? So what's he do now? So he attacks one enemy, has 85% chance of placing 100% heal reduction. Increase attack buff on this champion for 2 turns, then attacks 4 times at random. The attack will be critical if the target has any buffs. AoE that hits 2 times, and damage increases according to the amount of the HP this champion's lost. I don't really like that. He's still pretty meh. So first pull's pretty bad, but that's alright. We'll get the bad ones out of the way here. Man. Oh, okay, this is actually, she looks like Valkyrie when she comes out. This is the new Amazon Prime girl, Vala. So what do the people rate her as? Pretty good, actually. In arena and everything, too. So that's pretty cool. I'll take her. Got her a little bit early. So she's got an A1 that hits twice and it increases the inflicted damage by 15% if the target's under a shield buff. AoE that has a 30% chance of placing a 60% decreased debuff. Actually, book it up here, and it's got the removes the shield buff too, and then increases the defense down on all enemies for 2 turns. That's pretty cool. She's the one that does all the shield type stuff in the arena. This is pretty cool too. Places a shield on her and also defense up for 3 turns and fills her turn meter by 50%. I did see on somebody else's video that it is kind of, I don't know if you really do want that turn meter because it doesn't actually make this buff go quicker. Anyway, and then decreases damage received by this champion by 15% while under a shield buff and increases resistance in the arena. So hey, okay, I'll take it. If a Miscreated Monster would be awesome too. So on the epic side, I'm fine with that. Hopefully this is him. Vrask. Actually, I love Vrask. I have Vrask and I've been working with him. I think Vrask is really cool. He's helped me in Ice Golem. And the thing about Vrask that's super cool is his kit is actually super, super simple. He's got this attacks one enemy and fills a champion's turn meter by 20% if the attack's critical. So you want to build him with a lot of crit. And then this is just pretty basic. This A2 is nothing really. But you don't need to book Vrask. You don't really want to book Vrask at all, actually, because it kind of messes this part up. But heals all allies by 10% of his max HP when he inflicts a critical hit. So every time he inflicts a critical hit, he's going to actually be getting the team healed up once he's on there. Heals all allies once he's ascended. Heals all allies by 10% of the max HP when he inflicts a critical hit. That's freaking awesome. And then he's got the defense aura and dungeons by 33%. Vrask is just actually a really simple kit, but really, really good. So I'm pumped about him, actually. And we'll actually do the 2 Voids. So we'll do the big shards first. It'd be wonderful if a Venus popped out of here or something, but I doubt it. Chevalier, he's okay for a rare. You would maybe use him only early game though. That's it. He's not anything spectacular here. And stuff I'm looking for is actually much more end game than that. Fellhound, you can use him in the farm. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, let's see. Now we get into the big stuff. So I'll rip some 10 pulls and alternate back and forth, 10 pulls, single pulls. 135 shards, the most shards I've ever opened at all at one time. So pretty pumped about that. Let's just double check and make sure it's all good. It is 16% for the epics, 1% for legendaries, so it's actually doubled. A Miscreated Monster would be awesome here. And for this, I'm hoping for 3 legendaries. I'm getting greedy here, right? So Valkyrie, I want to run double counterattack because I got Skull Crusher. I don't want Tashada. So that one's pretty bad. That's awesome. Actually, that's awesome because I have a fully maxed out Royal Guard. Now I can have 2 Royal Guards. I have 2 Royal Guards and 3 Cold Hearts, actually. So that's actually awesome. I'm pumped that I have this Royal Guard, too. My other Royal Guards booked up and everything, too. So now having 2 Royal Guards will be just insane. That's awesome. I'm pumped about that pull, actually. So we'll do another 10 pull real quick here. And then we'll go through doing the singles. Kitus again. They really want to give me Kitus today, huh? This guy's... oh man, she got buffed too. He's pretty good. Shatterbones is actually pretty decent. And I have Shatterbones, but I just have him sitting in the vault. I don't forget what Woad Painted actually does. She's got to attack one enemy 2 times, has a 25% chance of block cooldown skills for 1 turn. That's okay. Fully removes all debuffs from the champion, then fully heals this champion. Places a 30% reflect damage buff on this champion for 2 turns, which you can get to a 4-turn cooldown. I mean, it's not bad. It's pretty meh. Attacks one enemy, has a 75% chance of placing a block cooldown skills debuff for 2 turns, and damage inflicted is proportional to this champion's max HP on a 4-turn cooldown if you book her up. She's not like the worst anymore, but she's still pretty bad if you ask me. That's just my opinion on her. So, but if you don't have anything else, then she's not terrible to invest in. All right, I'll keep on the 10 pulls here for a little bit. Excruciator, I'm getting all these ones that have recent buffs. Hopefully we get at least some legendaries out of this. I feel like with a 1% chance, 135 shards, we should absolutely get at least 1. Talia. So Excruciator is one that I kind of wanted to build up just because her buffs actually look pretty good. So I'm contemplating actually doing a video on her. Attacks one enemy, damage increases by 20% while attacking under Veil. Heals his champion by 20% of the damage inflicted while attacking without a Veil buff. And boy, this is a long ability. Okay. Damage increased by 34% while attacking under Veil. While attacking under Veil buff, enemies killed by the skill can't be revived. Pretty cool. While attacking without Veil buff, fully depletes the target's turn meter and fills this champion's turn meter equal to the amount the target loses. Can only decrease the turn meter by up to 50% against bosses. And this turn meter decrease cannot be resisted on a 3-turn cooldown. That's pretty cool. Places Veil buff on this champion for 1 turn at the beginning of each round, and places Veil buff on this champion for 1 turn each time they kill an enemy. So she doesn't seem like hot trash anymore. All right, let's actually do some. Let's do 5 because we only have 5 here. So we'll do 5 single pulls, and I'll do another 10 pull, and then go alternate it. Miscreated Monster. Oh, this guy's good too, actually. Mausoleum Mage. And I'm actually glad I pulled him too. So he's got block buffs, so you can use him in a clan boss where if you're worried about where they do the clan boss does the AoE and then places the all the debuffs on everybody. He's block debuffs and not block buffs. So he's got attacks one enemy and has a 30% chance of placing the decreased speed. You can't use that on the clan boss or anything, but that's still good in dungeons and things. Places a block debuffs buff on all allies for 1 turn and also increased crit rate and increased defense on all allies. So he's got block debuffs plus the increased defense. Because of this, his utility in clan boss is actually pretty cool. So Mausoleum Mage is actually a really, really good champion. And I want to build him up actually too. And he's got this too, a cleanse, right? So he removes all debuffs from all allies, then heals all of them by 10% of his max HP. And he heals each ally by a further 10% if 1 or more debuffs are removed. Fills each ally's turn meter by 15% if 2 or more debuffs are removed from that ally. That could screw up a little bit of like the counterattack orders and things too with the turn meter fill, so you don't necessarily want that part of it. The rest of it's pretty cool though. So let's get that down to 100, and then on the last 100 we'll alternate back and forth. So far, I mean, not bad pulls, but nothing that I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like I need me a Valkyrie. A Miscreated Monster would be awesome. If I get no legendaries out of this I'll be super disappointed. Especially after having saved this stuff up for like 2 months. Alright, let's see. But, oh well. It is what it is. Mausoleum Mage is good. Oh, here we go. Grimskin. I'm getting every single one of these things that's just been buffed. Probably because these were the ones that were not that great. Grimskin actually looks pretty decent now. He's got this attacks one enemy with a 40% chance of placing decreased speed. And then he's provoke with a two-hitter here with a 50% chance of provoking them for one turn and a 40% chance of placing a provoke on everybody if he provokes on that first one. So, and a 3-turn cooldown. So he does have a little bit of AoE provoke, which is nice. You can use him like a true tank. I think Molly Tankard's actually way, way better. She's an amazing tank, but this is actually a pretty cool ability. And he's got an AoE with an 80% chance of removing one random buff from each target. So that's pretty cool too on a 4-turn cooldown. So he's not, again, he's not hot trash again. Let's go back to the 10 pulls here. All right, come on now. We gotta get something good, something that's actually like better. This looks like it's gonna be all rares, just garbage. Okay, that was bad. That was a terrible pull. But I think I've been actually pulling a lot of epics. So now we'll go to the singles again. We'll see what happens here. I'm gonna have to put some in the vault in a second here, more than likely. Spikehead, Torture Helm. All these guys. Oh, man. Again, the dwarf background. Stout Axeman. The dwarf background throws me off because it's like a little bit different than everything else. So it looks like it's going to be a legendary. So far, this shard opening's been pretty underwhelming, actually. So it's double Ancient Weekend, but for me, it's double food week, double food Christmas shards here. It looks like I'll have a lot of food to farm up. Mausoleum Mage is good though. This shit. I thought a Cold Heart was coming out, and I forgot I'm opening Ancient Shards. I don't need a Cold Heart anyway, but Steel Boyer and Cold Heart look exactly the same. Miscreated Monster. Oh. Maeve, she's pretty bad actually. She's got attacks one enemy with a 40% chance of placing sleep for one turn, and then 50% chance of granting an extra turn if the sleep's placed. Can do some stun, and does have it where the enemies can't be revived, which you can get to a 3-turn cooldown. However, I don't think she's that good. Yeah, you can look at the ratings. She's pretty abysmal ratings, actually. So she's terrible. But maybe you find a niche use for her, and that's about it. Oh, this guy again. So, hey, I've got another copy of Ultimate Galek. Great, he's awesome. Everybody's done a bunch of videos on him. But he does have the HP burn, and this is the thing that really makes him awesome. This AoE, that his A1 and A2 are like the same skill, except there's like one little difference. And then he has this AoE that attacks 2 times, and each hit has a 50% chance of placing an HP burn for 2 turns if he's under an increased attack buff. And then each hit also has 75% chance of decreasing the turn meter if the target's under an HP burn debuff. So that's awesome, and you can get it down to a 4-turn cooldown. He's pretty awesome, and you can see like people in Clan Boss even. I don't know if I'd use him past Nightmare-ish, maybe Brutal or something like that. I'm not sure he's going to fit in an Ultra Nightmare comp because you want more defensive type characters at that, and it's a totally different ball game once you're in Ultra Nightmare. But overall, he's pretty damn solid. So Ultimate Galek it is. I'll take that. All right, getting a lot of epics, but they're not. Miscreated Monster is the one epic I want. If I go through all these shards and don't get the big stuff that I want, that's going to be highly disappointing. But it is what it is. I mean, 100 some on shards. I know people pull more than this, but this is by far the biggest that I've ever done and probably ever will do. All right, let's go back to. We got a little bit of room still. Okay, perfect. So let's do some pulls on the. Just rip 10 pulls out here. We need some lightning. Okay, Knight Errant. I'm getting all the like epics that need buffs. This guy again. How many times am I gonna get Kitus? The 3rd time in this. Yes! Oh yes! This is the one that I wanted. That's so freaking awesome. Alright, so Miscreated Monster it is. Yes! Oh man. Merry Christmas. I'm actually happy even if I don't get another legendary at all. Well, I didn't get any legendaries yet, but even if I don't get a legendary out of this guy basically is a legendary. So that's awesome. Oh man, I'm pumped that I got this guy. So he's like my next project to work on. He's got this 2-hitter with a 15% chance of placing a stun. Then he's got a 50% chance of doing a decreased defense if the stun is placed. So that's pretty good because you can stun them and decrease their defense. And he's an AoE which has a 50% chance of placing a stun for 1 turn and places a shield buff on all allies for 3 turns equal to 25% of the damage inflicted. So that's pretty friggin' awesome, which you can get to a 3-turn cooldown. So that shield buff is 3 turns, and then if you keep doing this, you basically have a shield up permanently because of this, which is really cool. And then he places a 50% ally protection buff on all allies except him for 3 turns. And then once it's ascended, he heals by 50% of their max HP and places a continuous heal on him for 3 turns. So that's awesome. That is cool. And his passive places a fear debuff on the attacker for 1 turn whenever an ally is attacked while under an ally protection buff. And then he's got this HP in the arena. So I'm super pumped about getting Miscreated Monster. Yes. All right, let's see. Now it would even make it better to get Valkyrie. That would be it. If I can get Valkyrie, that's awesome. Vergus, I swear to God, I'm getting every single epic that's gotten a buff. Captain Tamila, she's pretty good. I have her already. Rearguard Sergeant, that's awesome. That's actually a project I've kind of been working on too. So Rearguard Sergeant's really, really good. I'm getting a lot of these good epics, so I can't complain really. Attacks one enemy, has a 40% chance of placing a decreased defense. So an A1 with a decreased defense, which is really nice. So you can just keep spamming that too. And then she's got a decreased attack. That's an AoE decreased attack. So for me in like dungeon waves, this is pretty cool because you pair her with someone like Tayrell or something. You have the decreased attack and decreased defense on the trash mobs. And this is the really good part too. The ally protection and the continuous heal, which you get to a 3-turn cooldown. And then force ally HP in all battles by 33%. She has one of those things that's like a really good, simple defensive kit that's really cool. So really sturdy, really like her. I might as well stay with some 10 pulls here since I've actually been doing well on them. So let's keep doing some 10 pulls. Jingle Hunter, which if they ever brought back the Pitiless one's actually pretty decent. Man, I'm getting a lot of epics. Zelata's good. Lots of epics. So the epic rate feels good. I haven't gotten any legendaries yet. What are we out of? We're out of space, so let me pause it right here. Make a little bit of space. Okay, so we made the room we need. We got 50 shards left and 50 spots to fill them up. So the other thing too is we actually pulled 90 shards and got 26 epics. So my rate was really good. That's like 27-ish%, which is really cool. So the epic rate I've gotten significantly better. Have not pulled a legendary yet. So out of these 50 shards, what I really, really want, and I've said this a bunch of times, is I want a Valkyrie out of this. If we can get that, probably don't even need to pull any shards ever again, which is awesome. So we're going to alternate these last 50 between 10s and singles. So let's just rip the 10s, and then we'll rip singles. I like to alternate them sometimes just to kind of mix it up a little bit. I didn't have her, and I know that she's got some more niche uses. Now, Sinesh is... Oh, that's a great pull, but I have her. And she's my farmer and everything too. I love her. This is an awesome pull. Queen Eva is amazing. So we did get a legendary, but it's not a legendary I wanted only because it's a dupe. But Aina, what does she actually do? I don't even know. 10% of getting extra turn, 80% chance to place a weaken for 3 turns. Okay. 80% chance of doing the decreased defense debuff for 3 turns and heals by 10% of the damage inflicted. I mean, she's okay. I know that she's got some niche uses. And this guy, how many times am I going to pull this guy? Sinesh is great too. So I really can't complain about these pulls. They've been amazing. And getting a legendary too, that's great, right? Sinesha is amazing. Queen Eva is actually amazing too. I've done a video on Queen Eva if you want to check it out. But just her ability right here just basically makes farming like so easy. It's ridiculous. It just has an AoE that resets her cooldowns every time she kills someone, so it just kills the entire wave every time you go through farming. So she's not good in Nightmare because you need defense on that and everything, but in Brutal Campaign she's the best you can get pretty much. So we'll go back to singles here. Man, that's all right. It's a big rip just from my account, but that's okay. Actually, pulling a legendary like that's actually awesome. So, and Queen Eva is amazing. Maybe I could use 2 Queen Evas. That would be pretty cool. Actually, you know what I think? I might be able to do that. I can build another Queen Eva for more of dungeon-based, like a lot of crit damage and things like that, and use her in Golem and places. So, Spider too. So maybe that's actually good. Jingle Hunter again. You can see the amount of dupes you get here is just insane. Like, I think I've pulled 3 or 4 Jingle Hunters. Kitus like 5 times today. So that's actually pretty brutal. Okay, what do we got here? Mausoleum Mage again, another dupe, but this dupe I'm actually happy with. I can skill him up and everything too with this. Or maybe keep an extra copy of him, but I'll probably just skill book it. Because save the epic tome, right? So we're at 30 left. I'm contemplating if this next 10 pull goes well, just rip them all in 10 pulls, because we did have some pretty good 10 pulls today, and the singles don't seem to be too kind. Well, they're actually pretty good. This video is going to show you the amount of dupes you get is absolutely insane. I mean, this is the second time today I pulled this guy. Ultimate Galek. So I've gotten dupe after dupe after dupe. Okay. Now, let's do this. Bad Alcazar, Valkyrie, Martyr, any of that stuff. Dark Aethel is definitely not what we want. Lich, she's okay. Hellgazer, I think she just got a buff too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember, but I think she got a buff. Okay, we're just going to go 10 pulls because I'm pulling like 1, 2, 3, 4 epics out of 10. That's 40% right there. That's insane. Aethar is awesome. I have Aethar. I don't use him much anymore, but this is actually a really awesome pull. Aethar is a good poisoner. A lot of people know, but this he's got a 4 times at random, and each hit places a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. So he's really good in the clan boss. He does one of these ones again that kind of fades off once you're in like the Ultra Nightmare territory, because he doesn't have much defense. He's an attack-based character, so you don't really like attack-based characters when you need mostly defense in Ultra Nightmare. But before that, he's amazing. So we'll just do 10 pulls, finish it up here. Jotun, he's not very good. He just basically does HP burn, and that's about it. Another Dark Aethel. This is just showing how much duplicates you get. This is insane. Alright. I got Miscreated Monster, so that part I'm actually super pumped about. Nezana's good, but I haven't really developed Nezana. Deathless. There's Deathless and there's Faceless. I don't know if she got a buff or Rain Beast. Okay, that's pretty much it. So we did get a legendary. We got a legendary, so we met what it should be. We only got one legendary. It wasn't the one we needed, but that's okay. Nezana is pretty cool too. She's got an AoE on her A1. She doesn't hit very hard, but she has Ally Protect and a shield buff as well. And the value of the shield equal to 40% of her max HP. That is pretty damn cool. And she got an AoE that also has a 50% chance of placing decreased attack for 2 turns. So in Dungeon Waves 2, she's really good as far as protection goes and lowering the attack of everybody else. She's not going to hit very hard, but still, Nezana's good. Deathless, we'll look at her real quick and then we'll call it a day. Decreased defense. Oh, this is like, okay, there's a lot behind this, so don't like this because there's so many things you have to have set up to trigger all this stuff too, or this or that. Nah. I mean, she's okay. Nothing great. Oh, see, that sucks. Like, your team's got to be dead for her to actually do anything good. Like, why would you want a character like that? Doesn't even make sense. She needs to be reworked again, if you ask me. I don't even know if she was reworked, but I would rework this one because this skill sucks. Like, I would never even want to have a skill like this. Anyway, thank you very much for checking out the video. We don't have anything left, but we got Miscreated Monster. That's a big, big plus. That's the big win for the day. Merry Christmas if that's what you celebrate, or whatever holiday you celebrate. Thanks very much for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe. Let's get this thing to 500. Cheers.